but they are coming.
So let's read this scripture. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus lived, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. Here a dinner was given in Jesus' honor. Martha served while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table with him. Then Mary took about a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But one of the disciples, Judas Iscariot, who was later to betray him, objected. Why wasn't this perfume sold? The money given to the poor. It was worth a year's wages. He did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. As keeper of money bag, he used to help himself to what was put into it. Leave her alone, Jesus replied. It was intended that she should save this perfume for the day of my burial. You will always have the poor among you, but you will not always have me. Amina.
Amen.
There is a lot to learn in that portion of scripture. And that story. I believe the Mary who poured this pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume, was Lazarus' sister. Is it so? Now I can imagine Lazarus is resurrected. And God has done a marvelous thing that is unusual. These people are expressing their appreciation. She's expressing appreciation not only in words but in action. It's always to appreciate in action. It is always good to bring out your appreciation. Even your love, because Jesus was always with them. He was a friend, but he had not done such a thing in the house. They even began by blaming him. Why were you away? Had you been here, Lazarus, our brother, wouldn't have died. And here comes a man called Judas, who had a feeling, a bad feeling, and someone could mistake this to be genuine. Can you tell your neighbor, learn to read what is behind the words which are spoken?
May you read what is behind the statements of words. Someone may speak a statement and think that what they are saying is proceeding out of their hearts. They seem to be right and okay, instead of this, you should have done this. If the church had done ABC, this perfume, had it been sold off, it would be looking after the poor. How could they pour it upon Pastor Jesus? Isn't that wastage?
Bible yagamba n'abaliwo bali balinga abagamba kyokka Yuda alina ensonga.
And those who were present were also affirming to Judah, probably he has an issue, right? If the Bible had not protruded it rightly.
Njagala mutandike n'okuteeka no Bible y'Oluganda, njagala ekikyandikwa mu Luganda kati. Mukijeyo mu Luganda, mukireete mu Luganda kuba wano waliwo okuvuunula. Ey'Oluzungu yabadde eri, naye wano waliwo okuvuunula. Bible yega nti bwe bayiwa amafuta ku bigere nti bwe yayiwa amafuta ku bigere bya Yesu n'asiimula n'enviiri ze, ennyumba yonna nejjula akawoowo,
and the entire household was filled with the aroma.
Nti waliwo omu ku bayigirizwa Yuda Iscariot eyali agenda omulyamu olukwe, obulya bakijjayo.
The one who would betray him is being point. Oh, what he's saying he has a point. But what is it based upon? Dig inside. You know, like birds flock together.
nga bonna balina jealousy obasanga bonna.
People who have jealousy, you find them together. Deceivers,
ababbi baagala kubeera bonna.
Thieves are also always
abalina obuzeezeero ogendula bw'obalaba babiri ogendula nga era tebakyukako nnyo.
If you see them together,
balina obuntu bwabwe beekuumira nga bali awo.
There is something they keep along themselves when they are together.
Bano balina abantu babamugoberera ono.
This one had his own followers.
Ng'ayogedde ekigambo kino.
When he made this statement.
Kubanga kyali kikola amakulu.
Because it had sense in it.
Tukiddamu mulina kyawandiikwa kino mu Luganda wakise mu kimpa nakibuuziza dda. Bayibuli y'Oluganda mbadde nga batugirina. Olwokutaano. Olunyiro lwokutaano. Nzenga mulunoonyeza nga bwe ndisoma wano mwene mulunyola mu Luganda. Why wasn't this perfume sold and the money given to the poor? It was worth a year's wages.
Kiki ekyabalobera amafuta gano okugatunda bivaamu ne sente ne zigabirwa abaavu.
Towulira nti alina point. Lwaki amafuta gano ag'ebbeeyi ago omusaala gw'omwaka guyiye ku musajja ku bigere?
A year's wage is poured upon a man's feet.
Naye Yuda wagoberera ki Yesu?
But Judah, why did you follow Jesus? If you have never been revealed unto that God, you have never been revealed unto that this is the man of God, you wouldn't have the jealousy upon you, upon your heart, that they are poured anointing upon you. Probably Judah, you have a seed in you.
Kati mwoyogerera ate abantu balowooza mwoyogerera kyoyogera gye kiri.
And you are basing upon that to speak and people think that you are making sense out of your statements.
He did not say this
because
he cared about the poor,
but
because he was what? A thief. Gamba kulinanye Bayibuli nzibu nnyo yali mubbi.
He was a thief.
Mwayogerera embeera eno waliwo n'abatayogerera mu bubbi nga boogera mu kirala n'omwegatako nga ye yakyawadde omuntu we alina n'ensonga yaabwe eri personal.
They have a personal reason.
Public,
and they make you to be in one basket. Be careful of joining a company which you don't understand.
Diversional battles.
You will fight entales. You will be of course.
Briefly.
And today what I want to talk about
is power in communication, what we speak. The Bible says in Psalm 37 verse 30 that the mouth of the righteous speaks wisdom, and his tongue talks of justice. Beloved, effective communication skills can be developed and experienced when our mouths are full of God's wisdom. When your mouth is full of God's wisdom, you know how to handle people. You can know now I'm in a place, you know, the way I speak to the German is not the way I speak to people in South Sudan. These people are still coming out of war, out of terrible situation, and you have to apply wisdom. You have to sit back and ask God, give me wisdom, so that I speak, these people will be healed. They don't feel I'm condemning them. I don't have to add on the wounds. How can I get them out of the wounds so they can? And people sometimes don't sit back to think. A good word shared or spoken by someone can lift someone else out of, or take someone out of suffering. But now let us imagine someone gives you money. N'azikuwa akuyamba mu mbeera n'azikuwa ng'alangira.
They give it to you while they are slandering you. You don't want to work and you are weak. Okay, take the money.
I know what you are going through.
And someone says,
but God is faithful. Do you know
that you will forget about how much the other one gave you and you only remember the one statement? Do you have the wisdom of how to address people? And you know that in the circumstances this person is living in, this is how to address them. And the statements I make, it makes sense in it.
So good communication involves being aware of the struggles of others and helping to ease their pains. Because the Lord wants to build that we build each other up.
kubanga mukama twetagisa ffe tubega tusimbagana.
We speak words of life. We speak words of affirmation over and over again. Communication is the key to keep strong relationship. And communication starts with simple things. Thank you, I appreciate. Amina. Not only that.
Ask your neighbor as you were being raised up in your family. Were you taught that you must greet another person?
That is etiquette.
Do you greet
That's
other
also
people?
communication. You ask them, how are you?
Someone may say, how are you? Like
how are you? Era mu Buganda abantu yajjanga nabuzeera adde maamu nyoge bwe yatuuka nga wakati nga mukyanyumiraga muli muti eyo ayagala kujjayo ddala wali wayogedde wayise ku ngulu awo bw'obuuza omuntu muli muti eyo tulina nowe tubadde tuyita naye nga bwe yabadde ogamba muli muti era adde maamu nyoge tuli bulungi bandange katonda tatukoze bubi naye bw'omugamba neye muli mutya abaana y'omukyala tabadde mulwadde ne mutagamba oli otya n'omugambira tubadde balwadde omukyala mulwadde osooka noga tuli bulungi naye bw'omuddamu as a point of concern alina engeri jjajjayo ekintu ekituufu mukama yeebazibwe kyukirayo omulokole omuge nti abalokole kimugambe namwe omuge nti abalokole tuyige kye bayita effective communication.
Born again, let us learn okuwuliziganya obulungi.
Amina. Ate omuntu abakuddamu nakyo kiwuliro ge nti anaddiramu mu mood ki.
And if somebody is responding to you, take concern of how
Mukama yeebazibwe.
Praise the Lord.
Mukama yeebazibwe.
Praise the Lord.
Don't be with a language that will create negative labels and responses in the hearer's ears.
Tokozesa lulimi lunaku and
this can actually destroy communication between individuals. We should be a godly example to everyone around us. Mukama yeebazibwe abalokole. Mukama yeebazibwe. Ecclesiastes 10:12 tells us the words of the wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool shall swallow him up. Do you know that words which are gracious do not only encourage, lift someone out of suffering, but can encourage? They have value. They can be precious and so meaningful when spoken at the right moment. Wise and kind words have great benefit on every occasion, and they will even grant us favor. But now you yourselves are to put off these. All these. Anger, Colossians 3:8, anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy language out of your mouth. Kiddiremu akulinaanye muge nti mukyogere kati buulira akulinaanye omuge but you yourself, you are to put off all these. Anger, kyogere n'amaanyi muge obusungu. Mugambo oluusi oyogerera mu busungu.
Sometimes do you speak out of anger?
Malice. Oluusi oyogerera mu kyekyo malice. Fitina. Wrath. Oluusi oyogerera mu kiruyi.
You speak out of wrath.
N'oyagala okusikayo ebigambo.
You want to
olinoga nakyogedde mu busungu ate kyansimattuse. Abooluganda abalokole tewali kisimattuka ekijjula omutima. Omuntu aba yajuza ekintu kye wagambira oli musiru nnyo ate wantama aba alinda atmosphere mwakikugambira.
There is nothing like slip of a tongue to a born again. What fills the heart is what comes out. They only wait for an atmosphere to speak.
Never move mu bufumbo weggalira awantu towolokoka fazaali genda ose.
Calm yourself down. You better breathe in and out.
Nagamba nga abaana nga mbayigiriza n'omugamba sooka omire.
I told my children,
breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Naga daddy, I've done them breathe in. Chikola emirundi nga musamu nomuga now can we talk? Abalekedde
they will start to speak rightly.
But
before that, they will speak words that are not good. Let us be careful. Why am I concerned this generation speaks badly? What has happened upon us? We do not fear our elders. We do not fear our parents. We have nothing like fear. You said now let me only keep quiet. Well, parents, you speak certain words for your children. I hear you have gotten your anger from where you have your own anger. You don't know that you are sowing a seed upon the dining. Those children can really listen. And you see those children they report you to the Sunday school teachers.
Amen.
Amen, believers.
So we must put away anything from our mouth that is not good. Because such words will tear down and destroy relationships and people. So the Lord forbids us from expressing ourselves in this way. And one of the most significant purposes of communication is to solve problems and build relationships. Every time you sit between people that are related, try to bring them together, not to separate them.
What are you really searching for out of that? Only say that, okay, probably give a chance for it.
But counseling.
As we study counseling, there is a story that we receive. They bring it in the studies, the lessons.
Christian counseling or biblical counseling.
A man and the wife were separated. The wife went to a counselor. And she said, I'm going to leave, divorce him. I am determined. I'm divorcing him. And the counselor said that you know what to do? I want you to go back in only 3 weeks. Can you prepare good food for this man?
After 3 weeks,
and make him to regret he will never find another wife like you. And you know, after people have separated, everyone would wish even the husband would say like you should never get another. These people hate one another. That's why separation is never good. Because each one has murder in their hearts towards the other. This one told her that you can do. When he's getting out to prepare him his tie, give him a peg. In 1 week, the wife did it. The man would come back at 10. At the end of the week, he would come back at 6 p.m. By the end of the second week, the man would help out with the house. The man is changed. Said, oh. And the counselor told that you come back and I'll make a farewell prayer for you to divorce. The third week she wanted to leave, but she's like, the man has tremendously changed. And he told her, forgive me, yes, I've come back. Yes. She was informed 4 friends and the 12 clansmen, 3 aunties, speaks with 5 OGs. She's still spreading the news. She's the right one. But the man is still quiet. He doesn't know
God created men to be brief. They are managers, they are not administrators. You may not understand them. And most men can happen to be a little bit introverts. They close inside. olina omutakula n'omugjayo.
You must scratch them so
that
they may
bring
out what you need.
Kigamba nti bonna sigandi abakyala bonna bakola.
I'm not saying that all women
abapala napa ogenda omutuza n'omuga sokoli.
But there are those ones who rush out and you say, oh please take a moment.
Olina mukwano gwo.
As someone called me up and you have a friend. They
Ochimanyi?
Do you know that they are forsaken God?
Ekyokubiri.
Secondly,
muzibu nnyo.
It's such a complicated
person.
And I said, okay, I want you to understand. And afterwards he mentioned the name. It's Pastor so and so. He should never lie to you. I want to meet you. I myself. And I said, but the husband is the one who introduced you to me. It is not you who introduced yourself to me. It would have been wise if I meet the both of you and you inform me all that you should understand. I said no. I as well, since I first met you, let us be the two of us, three of us in everything. Did she ever appear?
No, now I'm confused.
I don't understand. I said, but Raj, that you may understand, even though you
listen well
capacity of
and balance the judgment.
First be a listener. Listeners, the person even though someone is crying, I do not stand up from and I do not rush to lay hands upon somebody. I have my own reasons. Because if I touch you, there is an impartation that you give me. I'll feel the emotions. And I'll start to be on your side, and yet you shouldn't be. I shouldn't be advocating for you. I'll first listen to everyone. And afterwards I'll be like, I cannot sit in his presence.
When you are sleeping in the same bed,
and you cannot sit in the same place, probably you are hiding away something. Some moment of silence.
Communication is evil.
Communication is not easy.
Oxford Dictionary gamba communication is the activity or process of expressing ideas and feelings or giving information. So in essence, communication is giving.
Understand.